We are getting set now for Thermocarbon's opportunity to come up against our #1 qualifiers, Scime Signs of Windermere, Florida. Windermere, again, a suburb of the Orlando area. And it'll be Dwayne Podgorsky leading it off. He's 33 years old, a car salesman. Cradles that ball and lets fly, and he got them all.
Got the wall shot. The tremendous pin action. The big just got enough of the head pin, sent it over to the left side, and it came off the wall and took out the 4, the 7, the 8, all at once.
Todd Minotti will start it off for Thermocarbon.
And they still have that momentum going, Jay, from barely qualifying for the top 10 to sneaking into 3rd for the telecast and winning their first match.
And the key, of course, is to keep it going, to fill those frames, as you like to say, Earl. The Seminole Lanes here in St. Petersburg, the site of this National Team Challenge, and this fine facility is the home of the $120,000 St. Petersburg Clearwater Senior PBA Open in October. Next October, they'll play for $120,000 as Minotti picks up the spare.
They might get me back on that senior tour.
I was just going to ask you, that kind of prize money, you might show up down here.
No,
although you've been away, what, a year and a half at least from competition.
Yeah, I think I'll stay retired, Jay. Thank you, though.
Bring your golf clubs.
And again, the lane condition here, as done by the American Bowling Congress, 32 feet of oil. The lanes are stripped completely. Then the conditioner is put down, and this is a fresh pair for the telecast. And you watch the ball grip the lane as it gets out of the oil and turns left. And again, that's partly the lane condition, which is a very fair lane condition for almost any type or style of play you like. But the bowling balls are the big problem. These particular balls that they're using react very quickly to a dry area of the lane. As you saw, that ball almost got away from him again on the spare. But the ball reacts so quickly and on what I call overreacts to the lane surface that it's very hard to control.
And that was Mark Scime, the owner of Scime Signs. And we're back now to Larry Biondi.
Well, Thermocarbon, they've gotten through the first match, Jay. They're used to the setting here, the atmosphere, bowling on 9 and 10 here at Seminole Lanes in St. Petersburg. They're used to bowling in front of the cameras. They should be comfortable now. And again, they have that continuing momentum going for them, so they're going to be hard to beat in this championship match.
Biondi picks it up. Here's our first look at Rick Sotis, letter carrier and part-time actor, I'm told, 40 years old.
Tough spare here, Jay. The 3 and the 7, and obviously the way to pick this up is to slide the 3 pin across into the 7 pin. Once the ball gets to that area of the lane again now, it's going to hook very hard for him. So it's going to be hard to control it, get it to shave that 3 pin.
This team had the best qualifying action of our finalists, a qualifying average of 310.3. Oh boy. That 7 almost took a tumble.
What a great try. What a great effort there. Here's a look at it. Watch the 3 pin slide across the lane. Just ticks the belly of the 7 pin, but not quite enough to knock down that pin with that good flat bottom. He thought he had it. What a reaction. Maybe he is a good actor.
Yeah,
Jay.
he looks like a pretty good actor. Yeah. I love it. Thermocarbon. And it is Doug Becker getting ready. Qualifying average of 192 for Becker, the left-hander. Our tournament director, Tom Bodecker, has done a wonderful job here this week, and our thanks too to Jerry and Kevin Kraus, who run this first-class operation and give a very positive image to bowling in the St. Petersburg, Tampa, Clearwater area here at Seminole Lanes. And Becker picks up the spare. We'll return with more of this championship match right after these messages.
Represented from Michigan all the way to Texas, and that seems to be what's happening around the country, Jay. Teams are entering from all over the country, and it's made it a very competitive event.
Dan Saile, 29 years old, electronic technician,
and he's embarrassed, and I can understand why. Again, the big hook, the ball sliding out in that oil. This particular type of bowling ball, once it hits oil, it overskids. Once it hits dry or where there's no lane dressing, it tends to really grip the lane. It never got to the dry point, so it just slid off into the channel. And the problem, as usual, is it doesn't matter how many revolutions you can get on the ball. If you can't hit the pocket, it's not going to do you any good, Jay. So the players are going for the home runs instead of getting those singles and doubles to score runs that way.
Thermocarbon in the early going up by 21. Brad Briggs. And he leaves that 7-pin.
Solid 7 on a great shot. That's the best shot he's made in the 2 matches, really, Jay. And he tripped a 6-pin here and there and things like that, but that particular ball, it was really rolled well. There's a look at it. You see he's playing out near the channel, right around the 4 or 5 board. And the ball comes in just a little behind the head pin, and it's the reason for the solid 7, but it was really well done. Hard and straight at the 7, and it goes away.
Doesn't convert, though.
Here's our first look at Big Bob Hooking Handley. This is a 5-time PBA champion on the national tour.
League average of 224. Hooking Bob, watch him roll it.
Stalks to the foul line, plants that foot, and rips the holes out of it. 9 and a wiggle. Solid 4-pin.
230 for Bob Handley. Spoor, who you saw in our first match, 229. Sam Zurich, 225. The high games this week.
Well, it's pretty fair average when you're bowling in a 5-man team competition.
Handley picks it up. Thermocarbon swept both games in the match play qualifying from Scime. This is a different matter. Dennis Raukauskas. Hurry.
I think Dennis was a little shocked at the ball reaction he got there, and I can understand why, because that ball looked like it was going to grip the lane, hook into the pocket, but as the oil is carried down the lane, it creates a different reaction. And if you hit that, watch this ball as it gets to the hook point, right there, it skids, and it doesn't grip the lane, and obviously doesn't get back to the pocket. Very unusual way to shoot the washout there. He actually threw a reverse hook from the left side of the lane.
Back to Dwayne Podgorski.
Second time around now for this team, so they should be getting a pretty good idea what they're doing, getting loosened up a little bit. 2-game match, total pins for the championship.
Oh, that looked very, very good, but he left the 10.
Now he's going to get another ball to shoot the 10-pin, as a lot of players do. They'll get a shiny surface ball, something that won't hook. Try to go hard and straight at it. It's not a bad idea. Careful. Well done.
There has to be constant communication between each team member, and you have to learn from every ball in this kind of action.
You have to talk to each other. You're right, Jay, and it has to be a complete team effort. But not only do you have to help each other on the lane you're bowling on, excuse me, but it's not a bad idea to watch the other team, because you bowl one game on your lane and then you switch for the second game. So it's a good idea to watch their ball reaction also, to see if you can learn how they're playing the lanes and if they're successful in hitting the pocket.